My name is Shon and welcome to Go Savvy Designs. Today we're going to take a look at the AccuQuilt Go Big and we're going to cut some fabric, and I'm also going to make a little wristlet. So we're going to make a wristlet. We're going to use today's die is the hexagon. So we're going to use the hexagon. We're going to use several layers, but first I have to prep my fabric. So in order to, the way I like to do it is I actually like to press my fabric so that it is flat as it can be. I do use a little bit of starch. The fabric that I already have a woven fusible on the back. So I'm just going to press it and make sure that it's all flat. I'm going to layer it because on the dies you can use up to 6 layers, and so we're going to test that out. We're also going to cut some marine vinyl. I have a glitter marine vinyl. We're going to cut that, and then I also, so this one has woven fusible on the back. This one does not. It is a pink, I think it's a Jaguar. So let me iron these and then we'll be ready to cut. I hope everybody's having a great day. If this is your first time joining, please feel free to subscribe. There are lots of things on the channel. Take a look around. There's stuff for everyone. If you're in the laser industry, if you're in the bag making industry, if you are just a new person to embroidery, or you're just, you love watching crafty things. So there's a lot on the channel. So make sure you take a look around, watch a couple of videos, and don't forget, hit that thumbs up, right? Okay, so I have 2 pieces here. I'm gonna double that. So, and don't forget I have a backing on here. And this is my die. I'm going to turn on the power. So that means it's on. And I'm going to take my fabric and lay it out. So depending on what you want to cut, and I want to cut the big octagon. So I'm going to lay my fabric across the big octagon. Actually, for these little ones, I think I might want to cut the entire elephants all in little octagons for later, because you can cut some for later, and I want to put them in a quilt. So, because I'm doing a special little quilt there, and then I'm going to lay these 2 right here. So technically I have 6 layers because of the fusible fleece. So now, oops, I need my little cover. So let me grab one. So I need the 6x12. Make sure this is, yep, it's just one. Okay, so the 6x12. And then I always look for this part here, and that's the way I put mine in. So this goes in last for me. That's how I use it. That's how I do it. There's an arrow right here to show going in, and so I just line it up, put it in there, and let it go. Now I don't have a thing on the other end, so I catch mine with my hand. All right, so when it comes out like this, it does cause static energy. So what I normally do is I rub it, lay it down flat, and then I slide it off. So that way it comes off clean and my fabric isn't there. So now all I'm going to do is pull up the outside, and look what I have left. Everything's cut. Those 2, so there's 2 under here. And then it even cut the ones with my fusible fleece on the back. And then my little ones. Oh, and these almost are fuzzy cut perfectly. Look at that. This one, not so much. But that one, we got the top of the elephant. So but we'll put those little pieces over to the side. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to take and cut this marine vinyl. It is thicker. So I'm just going, I want to fold it in half because I really want 2 pieces of this. So, well, I don't know that my material will allow for that. So I'm just going to cut the base of this off. Enough to cover it. And then I'm going to send that through. All right, so I cut that. Now I have it enough, and I'm just going to cover up that bottom. I'm going to put, now, I did flip it over, so and you can tell by the side of where the impression is. So I'm going to flip it over. And the reason for flipping this is to save your die. So I usually tend to flip mine every time I'm using it. So I'll line it back up with the arrow, slide it back in, let it get started, and let it go. Now before I take this off, I do want to show you, this is pretty thick because it has this fleece on there. So see how thick that is? So that's several layers, just that by itself. All right. So now, we have the perfect little diamond. So I will be using this as the back to my little wristlet. So this is going to be a little wristlet. So I'm going to line it up like this. It's going to have a teeny tiny zipper. And I do mean teeny tiny. And so this will be a little wristlet. All right. So let's go to the sewing machine. Okay, so now I have my zipper pull. I have a zipper. I have my 2 octagons. And then I need something for my scrap. So I'm going to use this and cut out me a scrap. It doesn't need to be big. There we go. That should be good enough. Okay, it's 2 inches, so it's not bad, because when I fold it like that, I'm going to add a little D-ring to it. So let's grab a D-ring. We just need a tiny one. So we will use this so we can clip it. And I like to do this part first, so that way I don't have to worry about it. So what we're going to do is put this on here like that. And then I'm going to stay stitch it across. But I think what I'm going to do is I'll add a rivet later. My light is out. I need to charge it. So I'm going to keep these 2 edges together. Start the needle down. So we got that. So now I'm going to add my zipper. But first, I think I want to go ahead and add the zipper pull, but let's use a little bit of double-sided tape here. Don't need a lot. It's going to be right sides together. So right sides together. Right where my line it right up right there. Turn that over, it'll be like that. And then I'll do that side. Okay, so now let's stitch this. Move that out the way. Alright, so then I'm going to finger press this down. Then I'm going to top stitch this. So then we top stitched it. Now we add this part. Okay, so then again, we'll be right sides together. So it'll be just like that. So let's put our little piece of double-sided tape or DST. I want to make sure that I am coming at the same space, so line it up properly. All right, so now right sides together again. Sure that's right, and then just slide it down to there. All right, and this is a little bit thicker, so we're going to stitch this. Perfect. That's perfect. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so now let me top stitch this down. And again, it's a little thicker. But we're going to top stitch this down, add our zipper, and then we'll be ready to sew her up. So then we've top stitched that. So now what we have to do is we're going to add our zipper. I'm going to use my handy dandy little zipper pull. 5-inch. So I need the 5-inch one. Ooh. Look, is that the right way? No. There we go. All right, so let's open this up. Then we just put it in here. Ooh. I need some grippy stuff on that so that it doesn't move when I'm trying to use it. All right, so, oh. I'm sure I have a hard time. Okay, so now once I have them, well, once I have them lined up, it should be as easy as pulling it through. You know what? I'm just going to do this by hand because it's continuously trying me. But I've done it so many times when I'm not on camera, and it's so easy. It's just like pull it through. It's done. So zipper on. Now, what we have to do is stitch our edges. But first, we want to add our little pull. So I'm going to add it right here inside. So what I need to do is put it on the inside here. And I'm going to sew it down as we go straight around this edge. Now, I do need some clips because I want to keep this all in the right space. Oops, I lost I definitely need to clip one up here first. So let's clip that first. And this has to be inside, so that it comes out on the outside. And we're going to just use our zipper to pull it through so we can stitch all the way around on this one. Just have to be careful because that little clip is pretty big in this little pouch. It is a little pouch. Okay. Now what I'm going to do before I start stitching is I'm going to cut off some of my zipper, and I'm going to burn those edges. I'm going to cut some of this down. You know what? I need to let's get a different pair of scissors. Okay. Keep those edges from fraying. Do the same over here. And then I'm going to tuck my zipper. And what that means is I'm going to tuck it to sew it with this piece. So when I start, I want to start over here with my my little, what's the thing called? My hook. So I'm going to tuck my zipper around this edge, and I'm going to sew from the bottom up. Because these are angles, you just want to make sure that you take your time and you just stitch the angles. You're going to you're going to back stitch. And I like starting with my needle down. Make sure you back stitch. And then when it comes to this little hook here, I'm going to make sure I go back over that area because that's going to be where the most of the pressure is going to be placed. So you want to make sure that you stitch that really good. And then I'm also stitching over my zipper as well. All right, so I think we're good there. So that part's done. Now I'm just going to do this next, and I'm doing each corner at a time. And I'm just stitching up, that's all. I'm on a back stitch each way. Now I could take it from this angle and go all the way around, but I tend to want to make sure that everything is caught and all of the angles have a point. So we're almost done. Almost done. Can you believe it? We cut it with the AccuQuilt die. We basically use scraps is what I've been doing. So this is a great scrap buster. Now for the last part. And so you see I have my zipper here. I'm going to go ahead and open this up because I want to make sure that I can get in here. Now, I'm also going to sew this part too. So I'm going to start at the bottom down here like I did before. Back stitch. And close her up. My finger's going to come close, so I need something to hold this down. Let's see. So now I came a little close on this side, so I'm going to stitch this one more time because, and let me show you, so it's really close right there, so I don't want to hold there, so I'm going to bring it in just a tad. I didn't get it. Nope. There we go. That's better. Okay, so I wanted to get my stitch line above the little interface line. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to turn it. We're going to turn it. See how it came out. I need a purple thing. I need something to help me push this out because it is tight. It's a little bitty opening. So This will help. Push it right on through there. Here we go. So now, perfect little coin pouch. Literally a coin pouch. Zip it up. And you got your coin pouch. See a thread somewhere. And there you have it, guys. The perfect little coin pouch. We started with our AccuQuilt Go. We cut out our fabric. We cut out our marine vinyl. And we have a cute little pouch. There you go. So, if you learned something, if you like something, or you just continue to watch, thank you so much. Appreciate you for being here. Please like, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, all the things, and come back. We're here every Sunday for Sunday Fun Day. So join us, and thank you. Have a great day. Bye, guys.